You are doing something right now that is silently making sure you never build real wealth. Not tomorrow, not next year. Right now. And the worst part? It doesn't feel wrong. It feels responsible. It feels smart. It feels like exactly what you're supposed to do. That's what makes it so dangerous. Because the habits that keep people poor don't look like bad habits. They look like good ones. They look like saving, like being careful, like playing it safe. And while you're playing it safe, the gap between you and financial freedom keeps growing, quietly, invisibly, every single day. This video is about that gap, what creates it, why most people never see it, and what you can actually do to stop widening it. Not tomorrow, starting today. Let's start with the most common one, the habit almost everyone has, the habit that feels completely logical. Saving money. Now before you click away, hear me out. Saving money is not the problem. The problem is what most people do with their savings. Or more accurately, what they don't do. Here's what the average person does. They earn money. They spend most of it. They save a little. And then they leave that savings in a bank account, doing nothing, earning 0.5% interest, maybe 1% if they're lucky. And they feel responsible. They feel smart. They feel like they're doing the right thing. But here's the math nobody shows them. Inflation runs at roughly 3% per year. If your money earns 1% and inflation takes 3%, your savings are losing 2% of their value every year without you spending a single dollar. So the money you're saving is actually shrinking. Slowly, quietly, every month, and you'll never notice until it's too late. Let's make this real. Two people, both earn $4,000 a month. Both save $500 a month. Person A puts their $500 in a savings account, 1% interest. Person B puts their $500 into assets, average 8% return. After 10 years, Person A has $63,000. Sounds decent. But adjusted for inflation, the real value is closer to $46,000. 10 years of saving. $46,000 in real value. Now, Person B, after 10 years at 8%, they have $91,000 in real value. Same income, same $500 a month. 10 years. Person A, $46,000. Person B, $91,000. That's a $45,000 difference from one decision. Where to put the money. Not how much to save, just where it goes after you save it. And most people never think about this. They think saving is enough. It's not. Saving is the first step. Allocating is the step that matters. Now here's the first objection. I don't invest because it's too risky. I could lose everything. At least in a savings account, my money is safe. And this sounds reasonable. It sounds cautious. It sounds responsible. But here's what most people miss. Not investing is also a risk. It's just a slower one. The risk of investing is visible. Numbers go up and down. You can see it. It feels scary. The risk of not investing is invisible. Your money quietly loses value. Year after year. You can't see it happening. But it's happening. And here's the uncomfortable truth. The risk of doing nothing is greater than the risk of doing something. Because doing nothing guarantees one outcome. Your money will be worth less in 10 years than it is today. Doing something creates a different possibility. Your money works while you sleep, grows while you live, builds while you do other things. The question is not, should I take a risk? The question is, which risk am I willing to take? Because either way, you're taking one. Now let's talk about the second one. This one is more subtle, more personal, and far more damaging. It's the habit of waiting. Waiting to feel ready. Waiting for the right time. Waiting until you have more money, more knowledge, more confidence, more certainty. I'll start investing when I have $10,000. I'll build something when I have more time. I'll make a change when things are more stable. And the waiting feels logical. It feels responsible, like you're being careful. But here's what waiting actually costs. Let's use real numbers. If you invest $200 a month starting at age 25, at 8% average return, by age 65, you have $702,000. If you wait until 35 to start, same $200 a month, same 8% return. By age 65, you have $298,000. Same amount invested each month, 10 years of waiting. The cost of that wait, $404,000. $400,000. Gone. Not because you spent it, because you waited. Time is the most expensive thing you will ever waste, and most people spend years waiting to use it. Now here's objection number 2. I want to start, but I don't have enough. $200 a month is impossible for me right now. Maybe when things are better. And I understand this. Money is tight for most people. Bills are real. Expenses are real. The pressure is real. But here's what I want you to consider. It's not about $200. It's about the habit. Because someone who invests $20 a month consistently builds something different in their brain than someone who invests nothing. They start thinking differently, making different decisions, seeing different opportunities. The $20 isn't the point. The habit is, and habits can grow. $20 becomes $50. $50 becomes $100. $100 becomes $200. But only if you start. Only if you build the habit now, with whatever you have. Because waiting for the perfect amount is just waiting dressed up as logic. The third habit is the most dangerous, because it feels like the opposite of a problem. It feels like success. The habit of lifestyle inflation. Here's how it works. You earn more money, so you spend more money. New car, bigger apartment, better phone, nicer clothes, more subscriptions, more comfort, and none of it feels excessive. Because you earned it. Because you deserve it. Because everyone around you is doing the same thing. But here's what's actually happening. Your income grows. Your expenses grow with it. And the gap between what you earn and what you keep stays exactly the same, or gets smaller. Studies show that most people, regardless of income, save roughly the same percentage, which means earning more without changing your system just means spending more, not building more, not growing more, just spending more. On a larger scale, the people who build wealth don't let their lifestyle grow as fast as their income. They let the gap grow, the gap between earning and spending, and they put that gap to work. Last objection, and the most emotionally powerful one. I work hard. I deserve to enjoy what I earn. Life is short. Why save for a future I'm not guaranteed? And you know what? You're right. You do deserve to enjoy your life. You do deserve the things you work for. Nobody is saying live like a monk. Nobody is saying sacrifice everything. But here's the distinction most people miss. There's a difference between enjoying money and letting money control you. When you spend everything you earn, you're not free. You're dependent on the next paycheck, on the next job, on the next opportunity. One unexpected expense, and everything falls apart. That's not enjoyment. That's anxiety with better furniture. Real enjoyment comes from options, from knowing you could stop if you wanted, from knowing your bills are covered, not just this month, but next year and the year after. That kind of peace is worth more than any purchase, and it's built one decision at a time. So what actually works? 3 things. Simple. Not easy, but simple. Thing 1. Make your money move. Don't let it sit. Even $50 a month moving in the right direction beats $500 sitting still. Find the simplest way to make your savings work. Index funds, a simple investment account, something that grows over time. Don't overthink it. Just make it move. Thing 2. Start before you're ready, because ready never comes. There will always be a reason to wait. A bill, an expense, an uncertain month. Start anyway. Small, imperfect, but start. Thing 3. Protect the gap. When your income increases, don't let your expenses increase at the same rate. Let the gap grow. Put that gap to work. That gap is your future. Every dollar that goes into the gap, instead of into lifestyle, is a dollar working for you. Building something real. Building something that lasts. Here's the truth. You will never be rich if you keep treating saving as the finish line. Saving is the starting line. What you do after you save is what determines where you end up. Most people park their money and wait, and wonder why nothing changes. The people who build real wealth make their money move. They allocate. They invest. They protect the gap. They start before they're ready. And they stay consistent long after the excitement is gone. This isn't complicated. It's just uncommon, because most people are too comfortable with the habits that are quietly costing them everything. Don't be most people. Make your money move. The system is simple. The decision is yours.